Think about a time you said something too fast, made a promise too quickly, or reacted emotionally and later wished you could rewind the moment. Ever spoken out of anger, hurt, fear, or pressure, and then realize your words created damage you never ever intended? If that's happened to you, keep listening. If not, keep living, because one careless talk, just one, can make a big mess. Hey family, my name is Tony Lewis, and it's my plum-pleasing pleasure as usual to share with you today a few minutes for us underdogs and strugglers in broken homes. If these videos are ministering to you, like, comment, subscribe, and share with somebody whose words have hurt them. Thank you, family, for all your support and love. Now, let me share with you part 66 in this underdog and struggling families. God works in messed up families. In this powerful series, when family gets messy, Today, we meet a messed up family member named Jephthah. Jephthah, fast talk can cause big problems. Let me tell you his story. It's found in Judges chapter 11. Jephthah grew up rejected. Who am I talking to? His own brothers pushed him away. They kicked him to the curb, y'all. Called him unwanted, treated him like he didn't belong. He was the son of a prostitute. What? And because of his background, his family cast him out. Can you imagine that? That pain? Rejected at home? Forgotten by family? Forced to survive alone. But family, God still saw purpose in him. Jephthah became a mighty warrior. And when Israel needed help, the same people who rejected him came back asking for his leadership and his help. That alone teaches us something powerful. God can still use people who others throw away. Before going into battle, Jephthah made a dangerous vow to God. He basically said, God, if you give me this victory, I'll sacrifice whatever comes out of my house first. Family, that was an emotional talk. That was impulsive talking. That was fast talking without thinking. And after the victory, the first person who came out of his house was his daughter, his only daughter. The very thing he never expected. His words created pain he could not erase. Let me tell you how he struggled. He spoke without wisdom. He promised without processing. He reacted emotionally instead of spiritually. You ever been there? I know I've been there. He tried bargaining with God. He allowed rejection to shape his judgment. Who am I talking to? He made permanent decisions in temporary emotions. He failed to consider future consequences. He let pressure push him into foolish speech. Let me tell you how he succeeded. Now, don't miss this, family. Don't miss this. Even though Jephthah made mistakes, God still used him. His painful past did not cancel his purpose. His rejection did not remove God's calling. He gives us hope to every family and underdog listening today. You may have grown up rejected, kicked to the curb, overlooked, pushed aside, but God still has purpose for you and your life. Jephthah succeeded because he became courageous despite his rejection. He answered the call when needed. He trusted God for victory. He rose above the painful past. He showed leadership in difficult times. But his life also teaches us being gifted does not mean every decision will be wise. But what is the lesson? What is the lesson? Think before you promise. because words carry weight. Think before you promise, because words carry weight. When you and I struggle like Jephthah and you speak before thinking, when you say things like, I'll never forgive them for that, you crazy, I quit, or I'm done, I'm so finished with this. When you make emotional responses we cannot maintain, when you let anger become your advisor, when you let hurt become your decision maker, when you rush in to choices without praying first, when you react under pressure instead of responding with wisdom. Family, sometimes the greatest damage is not done by our hands, but by our mouths. The Bible says death and life are in the power of the tongue. When you succeed like Japheth, when you pause before promising, when you pray before speaking, when you seek wisdom before reacting, when you let peace slow your mouth down, when you stop trying to be bargaining with God, when you trust God's plan without making emotional deals, when you understand wise words create peaceful lives. Because the Bible says, be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. Family, slow down your speech. Pray before you post. Pray before you text. Pray before you react. Pray before you promise. Because one emotional response can produce years of regret. Ask God to give you wisdom in your words. Ask Him to heal your hurt. Let you stop making emotional responses and reflect on the truth. God can redeem your past, but wisdom can protect your future. God can redeem your past, but wisdom can protect your future. But remember the lesson. Think before you promise, because words carry weight. See you next week for the next few minutes for us, for the next episode in our new series, starting something new, y'all, called The People Nobody Talks About. To God be the glory. I'm out, y'all.